want to tell you why I think kids are prophetic. So if you don't know, I had a pregnancy loss earlier this year, and right after I started nannying for an 18-month-old boy who's the cutest, sweetest, dearest thing to my heart ever. And his mom is pregnant, and she has a due date. I think it's one day before my due date was. So he kind of understands that, like, there's a baby in her belly, like there's a baby sister coming her like his way. He just thinks that everybody has a baby in their belly. So one day I was watching him, and he points to my belly, and he's like, "Baby," and I was like, "No, baby." And then he says, "Baby went bye-bye." And I was like, "How did you know that a baby went bye-bye?" And I was kind of like perplexed. I kind of was like taken back, and I was like, "Whoa, that's insane that you know." And then he goes and grabs a book. He has probably 200 books, like easily 200 books. And he goes to grab the book, "I'll Love You Forever." And if you don't know, it's like the book that it's basically about a mom who always says to her son, "I will love you forever. I will like you always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." So it's kind of like a book that makes anybody cry, because it starts like the baby boy is like a baby, and then he's like a 9-year-old and a teenager and then a grown man, and then he says that to his mom, and then it goes back to like him saying that to his own baby. So it's like a book that makes anybody kind of cry kind of vibes. So I'm reading him this book, and I obviously start crying, and he looks at me, he gets like on top of me, so we're like sitting face to face at this point, and like, I'm crying, and he just like takes his hands and he wipes away my tears, and then he just hugs me. And I just knew that he understood that there was a baby and now there's not a baby, and that's like a sad thing, and that like he needs to hug me. It was just like such a special experience to be like, I felt like it was like God's love around me too, that it's like he sent this little boy into my life just to like be that joy and comfort for me, which is crazy. And this boy is my like favorite little boy in the whole world. I just chased him around for the last like hour at a party, having the time of our lives, playing basketball and just like talking to everybody. So I love him so much, but it's just crazy to me how like these little beings just carry the pureness of God with them wherever they go. Like, it's just so cool.